Were you just messing around, or how did this go so far? Explain it to me, Sarah. I know you want to. It's the big way.
My son.
And how to tempt them.
I don't know.
Meet Sarah Safranek, the mother whose 7-year-old son was found dead in his bed. What began as a 911 call about a child who wasn't breathing quickly became a homicide investigation.
He came home one day, and there was a red mark on his face.
But as detectives spoke with the people closest to Nathaniel Burton, they discovered something deeply troubling.
She fell on me, but she lies.
On February 17, 2021, just before 2:35 in the morning, officers with the Oregon Police Department responded to a 911 call on the 400 block of South 10th Street in Oregon, Illinois. The report was brief. A child had been found not breathing.
Is he understanding what happened to you then? You think so? We talked about it. And what did he say?
He's done. She kills his only son.
And you think he believes that now?
I bet so. Wake up yesterday morning when we were going to the funeral. He always said, we didn't do it, we didn't do it. And I read Blake when he said, Mom, I didn't do it, I love him, Nathan.
When officers arrived, 7-year-old Nathaniel Burton was found unresponsive in his bed. He was loaded into an ambulance and rushed to the KSB hospital in Dixon, where he was pronounced dead at 3:25 a.m. An autopsy confirmed he had been suffocated. It also revealed a ruptured liver. His mother, Sarah Safranek, was in that house when her son died. She was not alone, but she was the only one who would ever answer for what happened to Nathaniel.
And when she snaps her fingers, he's got over on when you started that last night. We got to keep her close. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, absolutely not. I said, one thing if it's not her, and she can find somebody else. Because I've been angry with her so much, I'm done.
And what did he say when you told him that?
He said, he's the final knock.
So he's not taking her stuff up there to her?
Because I wouldn't do it. He's in my vehicle. And so, they're in the back on the car. I said, I'm not driving up there. And he tried to take it up. She said, no. I said, she is fine. She can't contact them. But
how many people were in your house that night?
Just me, Sarah, and her son.
Just you, Sarah, and your son? Yes. Your son died of suffocation. Okay? I know it's not easy to hear. I know it's not easy to hear, but I think you knew. I don't mean because you saw something happen, but I think you're a smart enough, perceptive enough guy that's been in this situation for long enough. You in your heart, you knew what was going on here. Okay, so your son was suffocated. Okay, the pathologist, that's the doctor that does the autopsy and then gives the results, says that didn't happen on his own. He was suffocated by somebody else. There's only you and Sarah in that house. Let me ask you first, did you suffocate your son?
No.
Okay. I believe you. Okay, I believe you. I know enough of the backstory. I know things that Sarah has said in the past. In my belief, reaching out for help.
I'm getting woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. He's not breathing.
Okay. How is she? Do you hear her from the bedroom yelling, or she comes in?
I opened up my eyes and she's like grabbing the doorway. He's not breathing.
Okay. And
good. Because in her words to me, I went to check on him, uncovered him. His legs were cold, his hands were barely warm. I went to give him a kiss and he wasn't breathing.
Okay. Does that make sense?
No, I was playing that in my head too.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense to me. Not that, any mother that has been involved in this case, as doctor, attorneys, they'll say that's really weird. You wouldn't go do that. It was the son has a proper thing to worry about.
Here's the second thing also. I usually check on before I go to work in the morning. If she gets up during the night, she usually checks on as well.
So you think that's normal that night she went in there?
You know.
Okay.
The investigation quickly revealed that this was not a story that started on February 17th, 2021. It started years earlier, inside the same house, with the same woman. Nathaniel's sister told the investigators he had been terrified of his mother for years. She had tried to suffocate and drown him before.
And I had him for the weekend. Friday night, he would not sleep. I put him to bed. He just wanted to lay with me and cuddle, okay. Any movement, he got freaked out. I took with her. I'm scared. But he didn't elaborate what he was scared of.
Did you say, what are you scared of?
I tried that. He was, I don't know. But then, that's when that weekend, same weekend, he said, I like school. I just don't want to go with her.
And this was just this last week?
This last weekend.
When did he come back to them then?
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
I kept him from Friday to Sunday.
So just over this last weekend, on Friday night, he tried to get him to go to sleep. He wouldn't go to sleep at any time there was any movement. He would jump.
Right. I had told him. And Terry goes, that's not true because he sleeps all the time.
The question was never really what happened. It was why nobody stopped it sooner. Because a system designed to protect children like Nathaniel had been given every opportunity to intervene.
I know she says that, and she has said that, right?
I've heard us possibly say it at times. I'm like,
Okay, no, listen to me. When you say I've heard her possibly say it, that's you listening to me her say it. Don't talk. That's you trying to make it not sound as bad. Either you've heard her say it or you haven't, and I know you have. What have you heard her say?
I've heard her say it once.
Okay.
And that was it. I was like,
Okay, now don't go into any further. What was it that she said?
basically how you kind of described it. She thinks about hurting the kids, but she's never acted upon it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she's just playing with them, but same time, after so long, I'm like, okay, that's enough.
Or maybe she was trying to scare her. Like, seems like that's why she would do that, to try to scare her.
At the time, I wasn't too sure if she was trying to scare him, but I knew it did. That's why later on, I was like, okay, stop doing all this.
And what is she? You said that to her? And what did she say?
She didn't say too much.
Okay.
This morning, she told me with the pillow and under the water thing, he was kicking his mother. Okay? That's how he got her off. Okay. That's the part Mom remembered. Okay.
Now, do you remember your mom telling you about this stuff previously?
I am now, because we talked quite a bit about it last night.
Okay. So now you remember your mom telling you at some point in the past about Nathaniel saying, Mom comes in my room and puts the over mat?
Yeah. That was roughly 2 months ago, she said. Months old. Okay. In the head.
Okay.
I was basically in the bedroom. I think I was trying to go to bed or something. I heard it crash or thud. It went with it about 3 years ago. This was our Ogle patron on baseball. Yeah. Had to take her to the hospital.
So, okay, you heard crash.
Crashed though. Actually, I heard some crying. Saw some blood on her head. Well, I guess they take her to the hospital.
So you were in bed, you hear a crash, a thud, you go out.
Yep.
And she's crying?
Yeah.
Okay. And she had blood on her head?
Yeah. There was a small cut.
Okay. And what happened?
Took her to the hospital.
Okay, did you come out and say, what's going on?
Yeah. Wait there, what? I was told.
What happened?
so.
Okay. So if I come out there and she's crying and has blood on her head, I say, what's going on? Who said did it?
Sir.
Okay. What did hear her say that?
I heard her say it or not.
Did you?
I don't know what it was in the time she might have been in the bedroom.
Okay, I can only imagine her say it. Or at some point say, I didn't do it.
Took kids down to my mother's house, watched for a little bit, because we had to go run somewhere. I forgot where. Mom overheard that she is in the bedroom and told her mother. And then apparently when we got home, asked for it.
Yeah, I want to know what you remember about it. Okay, so let's go back. You hear the thud, you go out, has a small cut on her head, she's crying, you say what happened, Sarah says, how did, what, with what?
She said with the candle.
So the sheriff, you lit the can.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you thought. Looping, you got hospital?
Yep.
I think she did.
It was discovered that between September 2018 and August 2020, the Department of Children and Family Services received 5 separate reports about that household. 5 times, social workers walked through the front door. 5 times they assessed the situation, and 5 times they left with the same conclusion: the children were safe. That conclusion reveals the limitations of the system the social workers are operating within. A system that requires visible, documentable proof before it can act. A system that gives parents the benefit of the doubt by design. And a system that, in this case, gave Sarah exactly the cover she needed to keep going. Investigators never arrived to find an unexplained injury. There was always a story ready to account for what they saw. A cat scratch, a minor fall, an accident. None of it was enough to justify removing a child from the home under the law. And so the case was closed each time.
I would have flippin' smacked her across the face, through across the whole room.
Why would you do that?
Cause she almost stick my whole head underwater, but luckily I did not, or I'll get my butt whooped for sure.
You would get your butt whipped for sure. So tell me that again. She did what? You were in the bathtub already?
Yeah.
And you already had water going?
I turned it off.
Yeah. And then what? She came in there?
Yeah, and she tried to get me to not breathe.
How?
She grabbed my neck and she tried to put my underwater.
Put your head underwater?
Yup.
And what did you do?
I fighted back.
You fighted back.
I holded myself up as hard as I can.
Well, that's horrible. You don't do something like that to a child, do you?
Yep. She slapped me and punched me.
She slapped you and punched you?
Yeah.
Where at? In the leg?
No, here.
In your face?
And then she punched me here.
Ouch. Did you cry?
Yeah, I cried so loud.
Did you? Did she say she was sorry for hitting you? She didn't say she was
She
sorry?
just walked away and got back in the front seat of the car and drove.
Oh, okay. Did you have lumps on that for a couple days, or just
Only
go
for
away?
one day.
One day and then it went away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it like right here or by your
Not
ear?
here.
Oh, in your jaw.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a hard time eating after she did that?
No.
No.
It was just on my cheek, not my jaw.
Just your cheek. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
tell anyone.
Why? Am I not supposed to tell anyone?
Yeah, because you'll get everyone in trouble, and I'll get in trouble, and then I'll be more greedy.
Oh, is that what she told you, not to tell anybody?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I don't care because I have to tell the truth.
Do you? Okay.
But don't tell her.
Well-
She'll be so mad.
Yeah. Well, we won't tell anybody, but we'll try to protect you so you don't get hurt anymore. Is that the only thing she's done to you since you were here last?
I forgot.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Well, we'll just have to pray and hopefully Jesus will get you here sooner than later, right? Because he's working it out, right? Is he working it out?
Never.
He's never going to work it out. Well, you know Mom and Papa love you though, right? And we don't hit on that. We force feed you. Do we force feed you and make you eat all the time?
No.
No. Do you like it here?
You like being here?
Do you like being here or no?
Obviously.
2 months before his death, Nathaniel told his grandmother that his mother had entered his bedroom while he was sleeping and pressed a pillow over his face. He told her that she would not let him breathe. He then made a statement that would later take on a chilling significance. Mama is going to kill me.
I know, your little boy has been telling people. For a year, he told anybody that will listen that his mom is going to hurt him. And nobody did anything about it. It drives me crazy.
I took
Nobody
him
did
to
it.
counseling. I've taken him to counseling for
Your
the
son.
way that he's felt. His godparents wanted him so bad a few years ago that they made up shit to try to get him taken away.
Your son has told other people, not
Yeah.
the godparents. He's told other people that he felt like you were going to hurt him, that you were going to kill him, that you went into his bedroom in the middle of the night and put a pillow on his head, that you went into the bedroom and the bathroom and held its pet under the water. Let's listen to this scenario that we have going on here. So, for the last at least maybe 10 months, your son has told pretty much anybody that would listen that he's afraid that his mom is going to hurt him. He's told almost identical stories to 5 people that I know of. Okay. That in the middle of the night, Mom tried to suffocate me. Okay. I think that happened, but it ended the right way. It didn't kill him because he didn't want to kill him. I think this time it ended wrong.
He was never
He told.
Nathaniel was 7 years old. He described what he believed was happening to him in direct and unmistakable terms. He reported it to someone he trusted. Despite that disclosure, life continued as normal. Evidence recovered after his death showed that Sarah had searched the phrase, "What is it called when a parent is obsessed with the thought of killing their child?" on November 1st, 2020, about 3 months before Nathaniel died. She also searched for information about the cost of cremation. Journal entries also recovered that prosecutors later described as references to harming her children. The entries were written in her own hand and kept in the same home where Nathaniel lived. Those searches are significant. They suggest forethought rather than a spontaneous act. The fact that they came from his own mother makes them even more disturbing. The ruptured liver found during the autopsy fits that same pattern. That kind of internal injury does not result from a single incident. It accumulates. It is a physical record of a history that the DCFS visits never managed to capture on paper. What followed the arrest is almost as troubling as the crime itself. Sarah was arrested in April 2021 and immediately pleaded not guilty. That denial was not a one-time event. At every stage of the process, during the interviews, and across every court appearance, Safranek maintained that she had not killed her son.
This is your chance to say, we tried to get help, nobody helped us, and then this ends up happening even though I didn't want it to happen. But you gotta explain it.
No. I did not kill them.
Who did? Your husband?
I know.
How many people were in the house?
Just us.
So you're telling me your husband killed them? He was murdered.
He wanted to kill them. I don't see that. I mean, he just angry a lot, but I don't.
Okay, then the next step down is, did you go in there and messing around with him, like maybe you've done before, just like a thing in your head where you maybe put a pillow on and hold its head down, push on him a little bit, lean on him a little bit. Is that how it started? Chair. I know.
That night before his bed, killed him. He was fine. My husband read him.
I know. I know.
Everything was fine.
I know he was fine up until he wasn't. Up until somebody went in there, suffocated him. I know he was fine up until somebody went in that room and suffocated him. Your husband was asleep in the other room. You weren't. Sarah, don't do this to yourself.
I woke up.
Sarah, do you understand? You can say that all day. You can just say, I woke up, went in there, checked him. But that's not what happened. And that's not what happened. Doesn't matter how many times you say that. That's not what happened.
Well,
I know that. The doctors know that. You have got to explain how this went as far as it did. Did you not mean to kill him? I mean, that makes sense. And then don't too far. Okay. Nobody feels like they are. I don't believe you just went in with the angry mentality of I'm gonna kill my kid. I believe that. I will hear that person, but that's what I'm trying to get from you. Why did it happen? If you're not just a monster that just wanted to kill your kid, how did it happen? Did you lean on them a little too hard? That would explain a lot of this. Is that what happened?
I did not hurt him.
Sharon, don't do it.
I'm going to need to get in the attorney. Nope, I did not.
What came next was 4 years of legal maneuvering that is entirely consistent with everything the evidence already revealed about her. She spent years requesting continuances and appearing in court remotely while her defense team asked for more time. She was not found fit to stand trial until November 2022, more than a year and a half after her arrest. In March 2024, she pleaded guilty. Then 3 days before her sentencing, she withdrew the plea. She then filed a motion to have the judge removed from her case. That was denied. In November 2025, she pleaded guilty a second time. That sequence is a behavior of someone who spent 4 years looking for an exit and only admitted responsibility when every door had been closed. The same calculated thinking that produced those internet searches and those journal entries was still operating inside every courtroom appearance, every withdrawn plea, and every procedural motion filed to buy more time. In November 2025, Judge Anthony Pesca sentenced Sarah Safranek to 35 years in prison to be served at 100%, followed by 3 years of mandatory supervised release. When Sarah was first arrested, her own mother said publicly that she was happy her daughter had been arrested, that she did not think it was fair for her to be walking around free.
Tell me why you're not surprised to hear that's the hub.
Nathan had told me several times. Mama comes in, puts a pillow over his face, and where he can't breathe.
Like when he's in bed?
Yes. She has been known. He's also said she jumped on him, and she's a big woman. And he can't breathe.
So was this like during the night he would come in and put the pillow over his death? During the night,
Yeah, while Daddy's sleeping.
So he said, well, Daddy's sleeping. He has a little bedroom with the pillow on the head.
Right.
Okay. Did he say how often that was happening? He just said that it happened. Yeah. Did he tell you that? When did he tell you that?
Within the last couple weeks.
Within the last couple of weeks?
Yeah. He's told me prior to that. Because he's not only that, it's the backup situation too. And when I questioned, I never questioned about the pillow. He said It didn't happen. Sarah said it didn't happen. And because sometimes work. So, but yeah, the bathtub, Daddy had to pry money off of me because she would get drunk.
Oh, he says that Dad had to. Did you bring that?
Yes.
What?
And he pulled her off, but didn't walk off.
He would more come to cause problem than he would come to help. He's not the, hey, I'm going to help you, Sarah. I mean, he might want to pay for part of the funeral or something, but I don't think he's coming today to help her with an attorney. But she said that's what she's doing because I said, well, they have a public defender. She doesn't trust your free defenders here. And she's not going to go to jail for something she didn't do.
Okay. What did you tell her?
And I said, Sarah, your child was dead. Two people were home. Your husband was sleeping. Mom, I didn't do this. I said, Sarah. So if I know and tell her she did it too. So we'll see how today pans out. But she's totally denying it to me. But then she brought up her income tax money. And she's like, I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do. And she's like, we're getting the substantial amount back, and me and the kids are going doing some fun things like that. You kids, but not your murdered son. And she just gets on me, Mom, I didn't, you know.
And you said you told her, Sarah, you did.
Yeah, I know you did, Sarah. I know you did. I know I knew how she treated him. I knew the things he told me. I knew how afraid Nathaniel was to be in that house with her. I knew when I called DCFS last year trying to get him out of that house, and they didn't do anything. And then Pinko told them about the bathtub, about smothering him, and they didn't take him seriously. So my hands were tied with, anything else I could do, except for, rehab into the house as much as I could. I'm just, I love Sarah, but I'm curious, man. That's my grandson.
That reaction from the person who raised her says a lot about the kind of person she is, because relief at an arrest is not a neutral response. Relief implies prior knowledge. It implies a concern that had been building long enough that an arrest felt like a resolution rather than shock. And that is where the most uncomfortable question in this entire case emerges. Because of the people closest to Sarah Safranek already knew what kind of person she was, the question is not just what they knew. The question is what they did with that knowledge. Nathaniel was accessible. He was a child in a home that people around him knew was dangerous. The same family members who expressed relief at her arrest were the same people who had opportunities over years to intervene, to report, to push harder, to take him out of that environment entirely. None of that happened.
When I heard, because I wanted to make sure the Plenty looked into it, because my sister has a past history. She mentally ill. She has been for a long time. She said on multiple occasions, and I know she's had a lot of DCFS calls, and every time I'd see the kids, they'd beg for me to take them home, and they would always tell me stuff that their mom was doing, and I know she was beating them, but DCFS said, we can't prove anything. Were you there to see it? We can't take the words as the kid.
Have you met? So you called DCFS 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You've called them in the past too?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's been a strain over the past several years.
What kind of things have they told you that she's done?
Chasing the kids around the house with a knife, getting drunk and threatening to kill them. And I guess I did not know about the most recent incident when she tried to drown Nathaniel. I didn't know about that till today.
Somebody else told you about that?
Yeah. Told me about it. Yeah. My youngest sister had told me about it last night. But she's only 14, and I thought it was maybe just hearsay. And she said the last time that Daniel was at her house, they were having a sleepover, and he told her the same exact story, that I don't want to go home. I don't want my mom to tell me. And so my mother was
going to place a DCFS call, and they found it inconclusive because they don't believe. And she had been drinking, and she threatened to stab the kids. We were on the phone, she's screaming at him, psycho, shut up, I can't hear, do you want me to stab you? And I'm like, oh my God.
But that, was that the same time talking about, or?
No.
About a different time?
Yeah.
Do you remember all the details of that, like what she said?
Yeah, she said that their mom was mad. They had been cooking out her drinking, and my sister started laughing, thought it was funny, and started chasing kids around the house with a knife, saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you.
Do you know how long ago? How long was her?
It was probably 2016.
So 5 years now or so.
Yeah, but there was always drug use. She's been like that all my life. Ever since I can remember, Sarah has always, her mental state is compromised extremely. And having kids made it worse and worse and worse.
You think she's bad with the two girls because she has with me?
Absolutely.
She's
And
bad with
that's why I'm with their dad. Yeah. For him to get them over her is really shameful because I know their dad has a past.
That question sits at the center of everything. How many people around Nathaniel Burton sensed that something was wrong and said nothing? DCFS visited that home nearly a dozen times. Community members told reporters they had seen things. His own grandmother heard the words directly from the victim. And still, on the morning of February 17, 2021, officers responded to a call about a child who was not breathing. Nathaniel understood the danger he was in more clearly than every system and every adult that was supposed to protect him. He named it. He went to the people he trusted. He did everything a 7-year-old could possibly do. The danger was real. The warning was clear. Still, it was not enough.
I think a lot of people let your son down. I'm not even talking about you or Sarah. I think a lot of other people let your son down here, and that's why we're here at this point right now. Okay? I think your son and Sarah have reached out for help several times over years, and people just ignore it. And that's how we ended up right here. Do you want to take your mask down? Okay.
Sarah Safranek will serve 35 years. She will be in her 70s when she is eligible for release. But Nathaniel Burton never made it to 8. And the most painful truth this case leaves behind is that it did not have to end that way.